What's good, YouTube family? Welcome back to another video, guys. I know it's been a hot minute since I posted a video, but we got an exciting one for you guys today. A lot has been going on, guys. I do have a lot, well, not a lot, but I do have some bad news about the BRZ. Something happened recently, and I want to tell you guys about it, but I'm going to do that at the end of the video, just in case you're only here to really find out about what the title of this video is, and that's expectations versus reality of driving a rear-wheel drive car in the winter time. Now, guys, this video is gonna be slowly all from experience. I've had my BRZ for, I want to say, 3 years now. Damn, it's been 3 years. I'm still stock AF. Whatever, guys. This is all coming from experience. Honestly, I didn't even look. Usually when I do a video like this, I like to look it up and see what other people's inputs are, but this video is coming straight from me, my experience, and what I've been through daily driving this car for 3 years in New York. You know, obviously it snows in New York. I don't know if where you're from it might not snow, but I'm from New York, and it tends to snow here, obviously. So if it doesn't necessarily really snow, or it's not necessarily cold where you're from, this video may not be for you, but you might get some insight out of it. You never know, you might move somewhere where it's cold, you know, where the winters are kind of rough, so might as well just stick along and listen to what I have to say. But that's enough rambling. We're gonna, oh, actually we need to fill up. Damn, I was about to cut straight to the video, but we need to get some gas in my ass. Gas in the car. What? Ha! Gay! Alright, guys, now that we're gassed up, let's get out of here. Alright, guys, let's get into the video. Now, let me start this off by saying that as car enthusiasts, we all have these great expectations for driving rear-wheel drive cars. We all know how fun, how exciting it can be if you know how to handle your car and you know how to have a good time in a rear-wheel drive car. It can be tons of fun, and that's why some people would even consider dailying a rear-wheel drive car, like myself, in the winter time. And speaking from experience, it's driving a rear-wheel drive car in the winter through snow and through sleet, through rain. It's not as bad as people make it seem to be. And it's usually people that don't or have never driven a rear-wheel drive car that will bash on rear-wheel drive cars in terms of winter time and dailiness and just overall driving a rear-wheel drive car in the winter time. But I have experienced both front-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive cars in the winter time, and I've handled both with different ways and different scenarios, and I've been through certain situations with both cars, and I can say that I personally enjoy driving this rear-wheel drive car in the winter time more than I did my front-wheel drive car. But with that being said, guys, it's not all about just thinking you can go ahead and daily drive a rear-wheel drive car in the winter time without being prepared for it, because obviously it's gonna take some preparation, and you're gonna have to pretty much get the car at a certain level that you're gonna be able to daily drive it even through rain and snow and sleet, and be able to make it home safely without having to tow a car, because that's happened to me before, and let's just say it sucks ass. And we're gonna just start this off by talking about what you should do to prepare for winter time in terms of driving a rear-wheel drive car. And I'm going to start this off with probably the most important thing in terms of rear-wheel drive cars, and that's going to be having proper snow tires, guys. And even some all-season tires can handle some rear-wheel drive. But specifically in this car, I can't speak too much on every single rear-wheel drive car, but specifically on this car, in the snow, the stock tires, actually, I drove this car for the first 2 years on the stock tires in the winter time, and they still had you know, a decent amount of life in them, so they were able to handle the snow pretty well. Like legit, during a snowstorm, it was legit like pouring down snow. Me and my friends all got in our cars and we went to an empty parking lot, and we just drifted around with the stock tires, and it was tons and tons of fun. We had a great time. I'm actually gonna throw some footage. Bam!
Grab, 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 grab it under. Mr.
As you can see, guys, we were having a pretty good time. We had a blast. I was able to make it home through that snow on the road, through hills and stuff like that, and I was able to make it home. Obviously not plowing through the snow, but I was stock height, and I had the stock tires on and the stock wheels, and I made it home perfectly fine, and we had such a great time. Now the next year comes along, and I think, maybe I can pull it off again and not have to spend any money on new tires. Decided to keep the stock tires, but they were starting to get bald, and I was just like, I'll be okay. And then one day I drove to work, and I ended up getting stuck in the snow driving home, and I had to tow my car, and it was like $130, and it just really sucked. And I could have prevented this if I was just prepared for that. So that's why, to me, the most important thing in terms of dailying a rear-wheel drive car in the snow is having great snow tires. Now, the second most important thing in my book is gonna be having a good battery. This is also coming from experience, guys. I don't know what the hell happened, but within the 3 years of owning my car, I did spend some nights that I was in the car with the car shut off but the lights on, and I was just sitting in the car for hours. I'm not gonna say what exactly I was doing with company, but let's just say we were in the car for long periods of time, and that pretty much destroyed my battery, and I didn't know this. But when winter came, my car would die constantly. Just like it would just die, like the battery wouldn't start, and I had to carry a generator with me until I bought a brand new battery. And it was super frustrating because even while I was in school, the car died a bunch of times, and it was just embarrassing pulling this generator out, popping my hood, and freaking just plugging in the battery, letting it charge. So it's really important that you guys get a decent battery that's gonna get you through the winter time, in terms of like how decent a battery is, how much amp it cranks in 30 seconds in 0 degrees temperature. That's what CCA stands for, cold cranking amp. And there's different levels of that in terms of what battery you want to go with. It really all depends. Some batteries that weigh less crank out less amps in those 30 seconds, so it might not be more beneficial, even if you're losing those few pounds of weight, to go with an amp that's not going to start in the wintertime, because if your car starts, then nothing else matters really. So it's super important that you guys get a decent battery that's it's got a good CCA that's going to get you through the winter time. This is going to bring me to the third tip that I have for you guys, and that's making sure you have a raised car. Now, this wasn't really a problem for me because most of the winter time my car was on stock suspension, and that just made my life so much easier in terms of dailying the car in the winter time. Because when your car is like super low and you're trying to make it through like 4 or 5 inches of snow, it's gonna F up your front bumper, it's gonna mess up, it's gonna rub all underneath the panels and all that crap, and you're gonna get snow everywhere, and gravel and salt and dirt. And you just want to make sure that your car is at a proper height that you can get through the snow with no problem. Whether that means you have to go back to stock height, or you have to buy some coilovers that you can adjust the ride height, whatever it takes, just make sure that you have enough clearance to make it through the snow, and that way you can prevent getting stuck. Now guys, this next tip or advice, whatever you want to call it, kind of goes hand in hand with the tires. Obviously you want to keep in check the tire pressure when the winter time comes. Usually tires tend to lose, your gas mileage is going to go down, all that crap. Just make sure you check your tire pressures in the beginning and in the middle of winter time and towards the end of winter time, because you never really know, you may lose some tire pressure here and there, and make sure you stay on top of that. And then the last tip that I'm going to give you guys, it's kind of 2 tips in one. One is going to be making sure that you have antifreeze and coolant, and that you're not using water. Yeah, like some people think it's okay to use water in the radiator. Me personally, that's like, unless like you have an emergency and you have like a jug with you and you don't have any fluid, or you have a leak, and you know that the temperatures are not going to drop below freezing, then I guess at that point you can justify pouring water. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure that your antifreeze is not going to freeze, because when your antifreeze freezes, your engine is frozen. Like, you're not going to go anywhere. So make sure you guys have antifreeze and coolant, and you're not using water in the winter time, because that's just stupid. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. So make sure you guys stay on top of that. And that's also goes part and part with windshield wipers, because I guess these two tips are kind of not like huge things, but I mean, I guess they're both important, so whatever. Anyways, make sure you guys look at that. Wow, that river is legit frozen. That's what your intercooler is gonna look like if you use water.
Got it!
Make sure that you have your not new, but make sure that your windshield wipers are working properly, because trying to get through snow and not being able to see the road is impossible. You're not gonna, you're just putting yourself at risk of having an accident. And you guys want to, obviously the whole point of this is to avoid any risk, avoid any accidents, and be able to still have fun with your rear-wheel drive car in the snow, finding an empty parking lot and just going out and having a freaking blast. And that's pretty much gonna be it for all the tips. Like I said, tire pressure, snow tires, making sure you have enough clearance, making sure you have the proper fluids, making sure your windshield wipers work. All that good stuff is gonna allow you to do fun stuff like this in the snow time instead of doing stuff like this. And I hope you guys take this advice and you learn something from this. And if you did learn something from this, share it with a friend that's considering getting a wheel-wheel drive car and dailying like I do in the winter time. Because honestly guys, if you do it the right way, it is tons of fun, tons and tons of fun, and you're not gonna regret it. You're not gonna be getting stuck because you're doing things the right way. Wow, the lighting here is really anyways, like I was saying, share it with a friend, hit that thumbs up button for more videos like this, guys. More install videos are gonna be coming. Oh right, that brings me to the bad news that I wanted to share with you guys. Actually, my car was hit recently. I'm gonna put a picture of the damage up here so you guys can see what it's at. But no worries guys, we're actually working on that. It was hit while I was in class. It was like a hit and run, and they didn't leave a note, they didn't leave insurance information, they didn't even leave a phone number or anything like that. I'm assuming it was somebody that was like inexperienced or somebody that didn't have insurance, or I don't know, man. Like, who would do that? Who would hit a car and not leave some information and not even feel bad enough to like leave a note? Oh my god. And this is my baby, this is Tori, guys. I love my car, and seeing it in the condition it's in right now really kills me. But we're in the process of trying to fix that. We're trying to get some new fenders, and insurance is helping out, but it's not gonna stop me from making more car videos. This is what I decided to do. I decided to live this life, to be a car enthusiast, and whatever it takes, man, that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna make more videos for you guys, and that's not gonna change. But I'm gonna end it here, guys. I just feel like I've been rambling on. I'm probably gonna make a separate video about this whole hit and run and not leaving a note and just disappearing. I'm probably gonna make a video about that, so make sure you subscribe for that. Just hit the thumbs up button if you feel bad for me and you feel my pain, because I could really use the support right now from you guys. And yeah, so that's gonna be it for the video, guys. I'm sorry about the lighting. I had to stop recording and pick up when the lighting was better. So also check out my second channel, man. I am posting tons of video there. If you like any of these videos, go check out that second channel. I post a lot of different things there, gameplays and hair tutorials and gym exercises, all that good stuff. It's gonna be down in the description. Go check it out, support your boy. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.